everybody, and welcome back to Genshin Impact. I teleported back here and immediately started the next cutscene, so I had to start streaming in a hurry. But let's see what happens with our weird time travel memory loss mindfuck.
About that. Well, where should Paimon begin?
Didn't we already see
Traveler,
this?
aside from your memories that were just restored, I have another message for you. Listen to it and you'll understand.
Can't go back. There are countless spaces here.
Oh,
Our
I have to play this one again.
festival in Sumeru City is just...
We did this last time.
You should be missing.
We did this last time. I guess it fucked up the
Time to
cutscene.
carry out our plan from yesterday.
Okay, well, let's speedrun through this because it fucked up the cutscene. Why did it fuck up the cutscene? We did this already.
Behold!
Why did it fuck up? I'm angry.
Why can't?
Don't ask me.
This
I
is
have
so
a
much we
real-
have to
That's
redo.
your problem.
But it's not like you can just predict business matters in advance.
There needs to be a skip button.
It looks like the academia already Let's go and question. Hello, sir. What?
I
Here
know.
we go again. We just received an order that no one is allowed.
I wonder why I didn't save where I left off.
It looks like he really doesn't
Maybe I wasn't
know.
supposed to stop
We
the Archon
can't get
quest
this
last
is a
fight.
good spot. And the
Maybe because I turned the game off last time, I wasn't supposed to stop there.
Oh, okay.
I guess-
Promise Paimon that you come back and
I guess me stopping last time must have broke the game. That's really aggravating, because I literally just did this.
memories. Traveler.
And then Paimon cries.
Paimon waited for you for hours and hours at the city wall, and you never came back.
Well, apparently I should have toughed it out last time and kept streaming.
Paimon, come.
I just wanted to eat dinner.
Paimon doesn't care. Paimon wanted to go look for you, but you also said that Paimon should stay. Paimon was so worried and so scared the entire day.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Paimon.
Okay. Paimon, can you tell...
I need to speed run through this to get
I
back
see.
to where we left off.
Using...
After that, you left the city. Paimon kept her eyes on you the whole time, but then you...
Yeah, and then they talk about the fact that there's all the other dream bubbles, and then all dream bubbles disappear, and the day resets.
No way!
What's your perspective, Traveler? I guess that it's...
So, if we leave the city and really stop it this way, we'll also never discover what's outside. Something like a message?
Don't look at me like that. I'm not used to being... Well...
Yep, no!
Yeah, and then she goes to go make the thing, and then she makes me a special thing, and then it records my voice, and then I find out there's other bubbles, and then she's still dying. There I am staring at the wall again. I find that wall very interesting.
I'm done. Here you go.
What?
I need some loot
To make something?
Yep.
I'm gonna like burn out my A button trying to mash
We'll
through
never
this.
know until we try. Let's go then. Let's explore. Okay. That's everything that's happened so far.
Hi! That didn't scare me, I'm sorry.
Yes.
Okay, now that you understand what's going on.
Hello, child. The
Can't
game
go
like
back.
broke and is playing the
There are
cutscene
countless
again from
spaces
yesterday,
here.
so I'm trying to mash forward
Our
real quick. Here I
Sub-Zero's
am. I guess I,
festival in
I
Sumeru
wasn't
City
allowed to
is
stop
just
yesterday,
one
I
of them.
guess.
I've
Because now it's
entered
playing the
another
same cutscene
space.
again.
Before me are flowing sandstone and howling fish. All these
I don't.
spaces
Apparently,
are
the game's
empty
really mad that I
except for
stopped
the
last time. It
occasional
really
ones
did
that
not like
contain
me
mute
stopping the
puppet.
stream right there, because now it's playing the whole thing with the dream bubbles again, and yada yada. So I need to get caught back up. It's really upset I stopped last time. It's like, no, you finished the Archon quest in one go, you fucking whore.
That's one heck of an info dump. It's that much.
Yeah, and there were
There's
bubbles of
another part.
These
space.
spaces have...
And the spaces disappear,
Behind
and
me,
the
a lot of
beep, and blah,
spaces
blah,
just
blah,
appeared
blah,
again
blah,
from
blah,
thin air.
blah, 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 blah.
I get it now.
Blah, blah, blah,
Those
blah,
spaces
blah.
are actually...
Blah, 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 blah.
probably because...
Oh, right.
The message.
After the beep.
Traveler.
The message!
What do you think that final space
The
could
voices,
be?
Mason! What do they mean? I'm gonna do this.
Oh, so that's what it is. After the sound of later on, Traveler also meant
I
Paimon's
think we're almost caught up to
Well,
where we were. I
consider
think.
so no matter how...
Wow. The Archon War, huh?
We're almost caught back up. Because I think I was allowed to go free, and then I think I went to go talk to Dia again.
Hey!
I think. Because, yeah, my character's like, I need time to think about it, and then I think we went to go talk to Dia again. Yeah, the bench. That's where I was. Okay, now we're caught back up. I'm caught back up. That was annoying. Game was very unhappy I stopped there, apparently. That was not the approved stopping point. Game was not okay with that.
Squall and Fury.
I was supposed to go sit on that bench and think about what I did.
Quit following me.
Alright, let's go sit on the bench and think about how I'm stuck in Groundhog's Day. Whee! Groundhog's Day.
Do you want some alone time to think?
Didn't I just tell you that?
Alright then, Paimon won't disturb you.
But you followed me all the way here to disturb me. I have to meditate on my place in the universe, and then the day will reset and I'll forget all of what I thought about. And then Nadia will have to remind me of what I thought about. Have I just not moved? And Paimon just also hasn't
The
moved?
dance of Sub-Zeros is about to begin. I'm going to go watch it.
Okay. Why don't you go ahead, Dunyarzad? We still have some other stuff to do first.
Okay then. See you later.
Goodbye, fake Dinyarzard.
Have you figured it out yet, Traveler? Time is ticking away. Awesome! What is it? Paimon wants to know. Oh, wait, no. Let's meet up with Nahida first. You can tell us both together. This time, we're gonna get to the truth.
Paimon, time's been ticking away for like 6 months. And I hope my character thought of the solution, because I sure as fuck don't know it.
The wind rises.
I don't know what's going on or how we stop it. My default is stab them, and that doesn't seem like it'll work.
Behold.
Gago, I need you to not stand there.
The wind rises.
Hi. Hello, small child Archon.
You're back. I've been waiting forever for you two. Judging by the looks on your faces,
I mean,
are you ready to take your Sub-Zero's exam and graduate from the festival?
Sure. That's a weird way to word it.
Okay. First off, have you discovered the hidden truth?
Not even close. I am the wrong person to make do puzzles.
Okay. Nahida said the Akasha relies on the power of a gnosis to operate, as it is the manifestation of the God of Wisdom's power. It compiles the wisdom of the entire populace, and it grants knowledge to the people. We've already experienced the Sub-Zero's festival many times, and the day of the festival seems to be in a perpetual samsara. All the bizarre spaces I saw outside the city had one thing in common: a lack of human presence.
Yeah.
Those spaces remind me of dreams. Like the one I had in the Avidia Forest. Except these have no sign of human presence. The moon, illusions, and lies. What do they all mean? People in Sumeru don't dream. What a strange phenomenon.
Maybe that one?
We are all in a dream. It isn't that the people of Sumeru don't dream. Rather, the Akasha is taking their dreams from them.
People in Sumeru think they don't dream, but the truth is the Akasha steals their dreams without them knowing it. And those spaces with no human presence are stolen dreams without their host. That would explain why they sounded so weird when he was trying to describe
I feel
them.
bad for whoever's dreaming about a howling fish.
So people in Sumeru do dream after all. In fact, we're all in one big dream together right now.
Correct answer. Now, how did you conclude that the Akasha is capable of this?
Because they have a gnosis, and gnosises are weird, and I still don't know what the gnosis does.
The Akasha relies on the power of a gnosis to operate.
It's a dream!
It is the manifestation of the God of Wisdom's power.
It's a dream inside a dream, inside a dream, inside a
It
dream.
compiles the wisdom of the entire populace.
I got it. These are all the same
and
thing,
it grants
basically.
knowledge to the people.
That's just a sentence. That one.
Oh, okay.
Because it uses the god of the
Those
Archon's power.
dream-controlling creatures in the forest also get their power from the Dendro Archon, right? That would explain why the Akasha has the ability to control people's dreams too.
Because the Gnosis does things that I still don't understand.
Everyone's dreams really how the Akasha compiles their wisdom? Isn't there anything more to it than that?
Dreams are fantastical, complex, and full of imagination. People's brains are the most active when they're dreaming. In other words, dreams are rich bundles of human wisdom.
Ah yes, my dreams are so
in
wise.
other words, the complete opposite of how Hypatia understood it. Paimon remembers her saying that the sages think dreams are foolish delusions, and the fact that no one dreams is a blessing from Greater Lord Rukkhadevata.
Rukkhadevata!
So it was all a dirty trick? The real story is that the sages from the academia are using the Akasha to steal people's dreams for their own use, huh?
If this doesn't end with me killing everyone in the academia...
Oh? By the sounds of it, you understand the current situation pretty well. So then, what about the Samsara?
It's a fucked up experiment. God damn, this stupid minigame.
The beep is a prompt tone for Akasha operations. We still hear it every night, even though we removed our Akasha terminals. Those spaces kept disappearing before my eyes. But as soon as that beep sounded, many more spaces materialized. Those dreamscapes kept vanishing, but as soon as that beep sounded, more new spaces appeared. The Grand Sage said, "Go celebrate the birth of that god to your heart's content." Did he mean something more?
Yeah, because he's a prick.
My mind feels exhausted, even though I haven't done too much thinking. What is going on?
Are we not past the mental fatigue part of this questionnaire? I think my character gets why he's mentally tired now.
I've experienced the Sub-Zerus festival many times, and the day of the festival seems to be in a perpetual samsara.
We've established that too. Are we not past this? It's gotta be the Grand Sage's speech, right? Okay, no. Oh my god, just tell me what it is then. Just play the cutscene. There, just do it. God. It's his fault. I blame him.
That doesn't sound right.
Oh my god.
I need to...
But it's his fault!
That doesn't
The
sound...
Sage is a bad person!
Correct. The Akasha is keeping each person's brain in a constant dream state, but also separating their consciousness from their own dream. Their disembodied consciousness is placed inside the collective dream of the Sub-Zerus festival.
Shouldn't we have all starved to death by
Gnosis,
now?
while their now vacant dreams are harvested by the Akasha.
Shouldn't we have all starved to
No one is any
death?
the wiser as another day passes in the dream, and so begins another samsara cycle.
Because all of our bodies are just
People
laying in
wake
bed
up
then,
to
right?
yet another dream about the Sub-Zerus festival. The dreams that belong to them are once again harvested by the Akasha, and so it continues.
So, this is like a dream factory, and the Akasha is a dream harvesting machine. Did Paimon get that analogy right?
Very good,
I mean,
Paimon.
that's fair, but why is
These
Dungeons Art getting
analogies
worse so
are an
dramatically
excellent topic
faster?
to get into.
Okay, so that beep we keep hearing is actually from our real-life Akasha terminals. Taking off our terminals in this dream doesn't do anything.
The only thing I'm confused on is how we haven't starved to death, because Dunya's art is somehow getting worse, and other people are also getting worse. But, I know that she has a horribly terminal illness, and her not, moving or doing stuff would make her struggle. But, shouldn't we have all starved to death forever? You got your Gepard up to level 70. Yeah, Gepard! I need to get my Gepard up to level 70. Mine's still at level 60. Gepard's the best, though. I love Gepard. Best ice boy.
Alright, last question. Who am I?
Kermit the Frog. The moon illusions. None of these are the right answer.
They say that alchemical divination is the Dendro Archon's divine revelation. So then, if
you know
Nahida
the
has
way?
referred to herself
Do you
as
know the
known
Gepard
one,
way? I love Gepard.
Now
I'm glad
that
I got him. I
think
got him
about
really
it,
early on. I was very lucky.
Wasn't illusions a hint that we're all dreaming?
I can't wait to get Fu when she comes out.
Now that I think about it, wasn't illusions hinting at the sage's deception of Sumeru's people?
I love Gepard, though. I think she's the moon, I guess. None of these are the right answer, but the moon's the one that talked about the Dendro Archon. The moon.
So you noticed.
Yeah, I need better artifacts for all of my characters, basically. I'm kind of... I mean, I've gotten them all sets that are either purple or legendary, but, like, they're not, like, perfect sets yet. But it's so... Grinding is so hard in Honkai sometimes. You are Lesser Lord Kusanali.
I thought that one would be the hardest question. That's why I put it last.
It really wasn't.
That wasn't hard at all. Even Paimon guessed that. Everything about you is different. We just didn't want to expose you is all. Now
Paimon?
you mention it, Nahida, you've been hinting to us since the very beginning. It's funny. Thinking back to when we were asking all over the place for info about Lesser Lord Kusanali, Paimon didn't expect to meet you like this.
Hey, have you seen my sister while we're here?
Those can wait until we're back in real life.
But you're not there in real
On
life.
the
You
other
won't talk to
hand,
me.
I'd be happy to answer any more questions you have about here and now.
How do we end this? Why couldn't you tell me the
You
truth?
asked me this question before. My answer was, it would literally blow your minds.
Yeah,
Now
what does
that
that
you
mean?
know this is all a dream, this answer should hopefully make more sense.
I mean, I feel like I would have taken
Have
It's
you
All a
heard the
Dream pretty
saying,
well.
Don't wake a sleepwalker? Likewise, if someone suddenly had told you all this instead of you learning it on your own, your notion of reality and dream would be thrown into irreversible confusion. I couldn't expose you to that kind of risk.
But the not waking a
That's why I
sleepwalker
can
thing's a
only give you
myth. You're
very
supposed to
subtle
wake
hints
them.
and some suggestions. Long story short, I'm really sorry I had to keep you guessing.
That's a myth, though. You are supposed to wake up a sleepwalker. They can hurt themselves, like walk into traffic. You're very much supposed to wake them. Yeah, how did the sages pull us off for so long without anyone killing them?
Firstly, this dream we're in is completely based on reality. People have already experienced this Sub-Zero's festival, so it would be very difficult for them to find anything that strikes them as surreal. Secondly,
Surreal.
you're probably wondering why people don't have any memories from earlier samsara, right? That's because people don't remember their dreams most of the time anyway. And in any case, their actual dreams are being taken away from them by the Akasha. So whenever they wake up in this dream of the Sub-Zero's festival, they don't remember anything from their previous identical dream.
And I'm special because I'm a Martian.
Paimon, Traveler had a dream
He's ready
when
for
we were
Oaks
in
to
the
see. I
Abynian
mean, that's not
Forest,
bad. C's still a
but
passing
couldn't
grade.
see what it was about after waking up. Is that an example of what you mean?
Yes. Only after receiving the blessing of Dendro can a person gain the Dendro element's dream-enhancing power. That explains the feelings of deja vu. Meanwhile, everyone else has no idea that they are in the Sub-Zero's festival samsara.
You did that much
All their
damage? What
dreams are
path
stolen
were you
from them
following?
over
Destruction?
And over again.
You following Path of Destruction? That's a lot of damage. Then again, I guess my Gepard is like 10 levels lower than yours. Okay, Destruction, that makes more sense. You must have had a really good run.
Can humans really keep dreaming forever like this? Will it ever end?
We'll end when we're all
If
dead.
so, when?
When we all
We
die.
might say your mental fatigue has already answered this question. Eventually, there's only so much that people can tolerate. Especially those whose health is compromised to begin with, like Dunyarzad. This relentless exploitation takes an even harder toll on them.
People's lives are at stake here, and nobody knows a thing. We've got to put a stop to this.
Yeah, how do I kill everyone?
I know, right? Why did they have to base this dream on my birthday? Could it really just be a coincidence?
Oh yeah, happy birthday, by the way.
Even you don't know the reason?
I forgot, happy birthday.
Wow. Now that's strange.
The Academia sages are determined to harvest lots of dreams in a short time, no matter the cost. They have to be up to no good. Unfortunately, I don't know anything about it. Traveler, do you have any information?
I'm not jealous, I'm just behind you. I'll get there. I'll get caught up eventually. My Gepard admittedly is a little bit low. Clara has been my focus of everything because Clara. Because because best girl Clara. So Clara is my strongest unit by far. Dreams with no human
Those spaces
presence.
remind me of...
Okay, these are all just gonna be the same dialogue on repeat.
Okay, Nahida said the Akasha relies on the power of a gnosis.
These are all just, yeah, my
The
character's
Grand
dialogue.
Sage said,
Celebrate the birth of that god? Could it mean?
Yeah, it means the sage is a prick. Okay, I'm out of
Saving
question.
the people of Sumeru with no regard for their safety. No matter what they're trying to do, this is unforgivable.
I think we crossed Unforgivable a while ago. Now we have to kill them.
After we end the Sub-Zerus Festival, Samsara, we have to look into them.
How can the sages of the Academia do this behind their Archon's back? This is ridiculous!
In the end, I'm just the moon. The real sun is long gone.
A sun and a moon? Nahida's talking in riddles again.
Yeah, Nahida, I know you're like the god of wisdom, but I need you. Aw, not the day reset thing again. No!
Oh, we're out of time today.
Damn
I'll
it!
tell you how to break free of the Samsara tomorrow. See you then.
God damn it! The moon does reflect the sun. You are so thirsty for Blade. It's so funny.
Good morning, Nahida. Wait.
Do you really play sexy sax for Blade?
Should we instead say good morning, Lesser Lord Kusanali?
I think the Lesser Lord thing's insulting.
Hey, what's wrong, Nahida? You don't look too good.
Aw, no. Where's Dunyazar,
I'm
right?
afraid that what you're thinking right now is correct.
Don't say that!
Did Dunyarzad already disappear? No way.
No!
Are we too late?
The real Dunyarzad's consciousness has indeed disappeared. It can no longer endure the constant dream harvesting.
Does that mean she's dead, or she just can't be in this space anymore?
Paimon can't believe it. Wait, so what about that other Dunyarzad? Just what is she? Is she also going to disappear?
No.
She's actually something like a puppet, but not completely. The real Dunyarzad's consciousness could no longer keep playing her role in this dream. So another Dunyarzad appeared to replace her in the dream. Just like the grass and the trees, that Dunyarzad is just a building block of the dream that helps to keep it going.
But is she dead?
But personality-wise, she's nothing like the real Dunyarzad.
It's so funny how much
Puppets
you're
are
thirsty
stiff
for Blade.
And can't
I don't think I've ever cared about a character
vitality.
character in any of the games that much. None of them stood out to me
Just
quite
their
that
spirit.
much yet. Maybe they will.
You know, speaking of which,
Monarch's character might. I forget her
the
name,
old
but she
Dunyarzad
might.
might not have been too different from a puppet.
Dunyarzad truly believed that she met you within her consciousness. And it was you who inspired her. So you do remember her after all.
Yes. Back then,
Lila's
her
adorable. I
family
love
was
Lila.
overly protective of her. No one cared about her personality or thoughts. It was as if she only lived to stall her Elazar. I just gave her a little wisdom
Well, this
so
is
she could
depressing.
look at life in a new way. So that she could be her own person. But even so, she's still...
I'm so sad if Dunyazard's actually dead. I'm very sad. How is she a spoiled brat? I mean, I would regret being born that short, too. I don't know if she's stuck that way or if she'll actually grow up, but if she's stuck that way, I'd be pissed off, too. She's like 3 feet tall. I'd be very mad. You're a kind Archon. It still meant a lot. Honestly, it meant a lot to her.
Far from it. I'm still a long way off from being a real Archon.
I mean, you're also like the baby of the
I couldn't even
Archons.
save her. If I were a competent Archon, I wouldn't have let my most faithful follower die at the Sub-Zerus Festival with so many regrets.
She never got to
Please
see
don't beat
Nailu
yourself up
dance.
over it, Nahida. It's the sage's fault, and theirs alone.
I'm gonna kill everyone.
I'm not beating myself up. All I did was to rationally observe the distance between myself and a real Archon.
Damn it, she talks like I do.
Don't be like that, Nahida. Even real Archons are still allowed to be sad.
Yeah, I just met the Raiden Shogun. She's like always sad about everything, all the time. She almost destroyed her entire country because she's sad.
To prevent more tragedies like this, we must end the Samsara as soon as possible.
Great, but how do we do that?
I'll Although the Sub-Zero's festival dream is under the Akasha's control, only humans can dream. Even the Akasha is unable to create them. That means this dream belongs to a host who created it.
I did not know that was her parting line. That's very depressing.
Huh? So, how should we find that person?
Why is her parting line depressing?
Well, if this is someone's dream, then everything here must come from deep within their consciousness. Which means, with the power of imagination, they can change anything in this dream.
Imagination.
Imagination? What do you mean by that?
Imagination means breaking through what you perceive as normal.
Is that what it means?
Like when the server at a tavern brings a plate to you, you'd naturally assume that food is on it. However, if you're the dream's host and you become aware that you're dreaming, when you imagine gold and more on the plate, the dream
I need to
will
do so many of the
respond in
companion
kind,
missions in
and
Star
the
Rail.
server really will bring you gold and mora. But right now, our host is unaware that this is a dream. No matter how many times they're served, it will always be food. Find some way to make that person realize that they're dreaming. Usually, once that happens, the person will wake up and the dream samsara will be broken.
How are we going to find them, though? If it could be anyone, it'd be like looking for a needle in a haystack.
I'm glad she breaks out all the time. She's great.
And even if we did find them, how are we supposed to make them realize they're dreaming?
She deserves to do whatever she wants.
After all, like you said, don't wake a sleepwalker.
You're supposed to wake
Extremely
sleepwalkers!
difficult, yes. But the only ones who can do it are you two. Remember, everything you've achieved up to this point has all been for the sake of finding the host and ending the samsara.
Well, it's gotta be Dia.
As for me, during this time, I'll be out of town.
Out of town? Are you going to that place full of dreams where the Traveler went?
Yes. I want to try something. There must still be a small wisp of possibility.
I don't like you going off by yourself, small
Maringo.
child.
Dreams are supposed to be fantastical, romantic, and full of pleasant surprises. Unnecessary things like this samsara need to end.
It's gotta be Dia. Dia's the only one that's art. Like, Dia believes us very quickly.
Only for Dunyarzad to...
Dia believes us really quickly every time the system resets. Dia, like, is not that hard to sell.
With such a simple wish. But fate was against her.
I also feel demoralized. Like, I can't believe Dunyarzad's dead.
Yeah. Saving Dunyarzad is what kept us going this whole time.
I'm so angry. I'm gonna kill everyone.
We mustn't lose hope, Traveler. Dunyarzad would definitely want to see us save everyone else. So let's break the samsara for her sake.
Oh, she's not dead? That's good.
I'm wondering, do you think the sages would get one of their own to be the host of this stream?
The Archon lied to
Feels
me.
like it would be easier to control it that way, no?
No, it's not. Well, if it was their own dream, they would already know and it would already be breaking because they would know.
Huh. That's true. Plus, the sages probably weren't counting on there being other factors beyond their control, like Nahida and us. So, who do you think the host of the dream is?
Why can I guess two dumb things? These are both dumb choices.
Oh, that would make sense.
It does not make sense at all.
The Night of Flowers is a symbol of the whole Sub-Zero's festival, right? Pretty core character.
I still think it's Dia.
Let's go ask him some questions, shall we?
I still think it's Dia. I think it's Dia.
Behold!
Running, I'm running over here. Run. I think my character's taking the guy being the Knight of Flowers a little too seriously because, like, he's just a guy dressed up as basically Santa Claus in the mall, basically. Like, it's just a character he's dressed up as. Doesn't mean the actual guy is that dedicated to being the Flower Knight or whatever.
You're back. You left in a hurry last time. Is everything okay?
No, you're dreaming. I'm just gonna run people and start telling them that.
Everything's fine. Just, it's a little hard to explain. Would you mind taking part in a little experiment with us?
An
Or-
experiment?
We're gonna frame this as an
That came out
experiment.
of nowhere. I'm listening, though. What do you need me to do?
I love his mustache and stupid hat.
Make a wish?
I love his mustache and hat. Can he become a playable character?
You want me to make a wish? Is that a new Sub-Zero's festival tradition or something?
Sure, whatever. Do it.
Last questions, more wishing!
Last
Okay.
questions!
Okay. My wish. My wish. Okay. I'm a little nervous saying this out loud, but I want Miss Dunyarzad to be happy.
Well, you're a little late for that one, man. Paimon be me. I mean, Paimon's also me if people are questioning too much. We're trying to make him do something.
I noticed earlier that she looked a bit down, and she wasn't really talking to anyone. She just doesn't seem like herself. She's always so gentle and kind, and all the kids love her.
Yeah, well, about that.
I've also wondered if the reason she asked me to be Fairest Knight of Flowers is because I'm special to her, or something.
Or because you have a silly mustache.
So, you have a crush on Dunyarzad?
I mean, can you blame him? You've seen her.
Oh, is it that obvious? After what I just said, I guess it is.
Not that I know what having a crush is like, but I can't blame him.
When she placed the hat of the Knight of Flowers onto my head, she said to me, I want everyone to have a happy Sub-Zero's festival.
I love how Dunyarzad's so
What she
nice,
didn't
she's become
realize
like
was that
Queen of Sumeru.
I'm not that interested in how everyone else feels. In that moment, I just wanted to be her Knight of Flowers for the rest of my life. 50 years, 100 years, I'll serve her till the end of time.
Alright. Yeah, definitely showing favoritism because his title has Knight in it, but good man. Good Knight. I respect this man. Psycat approved.
Okay, yeah, that was a bit much. Felt like the right moment to get it off my chest, but
I still demand he be a playable
pretty
character.
Embarrassing. Okay, I'm ready to make my wish. I would like Miss Dunyarzad to appear in front of me right now with a smile on her face. Here goes.
Well, yeah, I mean, if I had to guess at the beginning who the host of the dream was, I would have thought it would have been Dunyarzad. But now it's clearly not, so now I'm guessing it's Dia. I think it's Dia. I don't know why my character thinks it's this guy. I love this guy, but I don't think it's him.
Oh, you're...
No, it's...
What?
Wait, did it work? If it's actually him, I'm gonna eat my hat.
Funky.
What the hell?
Sorry, but only one portion of Yelda candies per person. Back home you go. Nice try, you two. Anyway, never mind. I don't need to see her appear right in front of me. As long as she's happy.
Guess he isn't the host of this dream after all.
I don't know why you both were so
Expected it
sure he
wouldn't be
was.
this easy.
Dia literally already kind of believes us. It makes the most sense that she'd be the host when she's already been the easiest one to
Seems
snap
like
out of it.
Everyone who knows Dunyarzad loves her. But none of them has any idea that she...
And she's dying?
My lady, step back.
That sounds like Dia! Oh, right. This is when Dunyarzad bumps into the kidnappers.
I'll teach them a lesson they don't... I think these kidnappers have been punished enough because they've been beaten up every day for like a year. I think they've learned their lesson.
Dia can handle them. Hey, traveler!
I think they've been punished. Like, these guys have like a year worth of trauma now. Hi, guys.
Oh, it's you. Great timing. Please take...
Shut up. Leave these guys to
Hey,
me.
this is my job. The homie Yanni's pay me, not you.
Leave.
Ugh, fine, alright. Knock yourself out. Why are you so worked up anyway?
I'm angry.
Not like I don't trust your fighting skills.
Because I'm angry.
Anyway, watch yourself.
I'm very angry, so I have to beat these guys up for no reason. This is my stress relief in this dream, is beating them up,
You got
apparently.
yourself some backup. Suit yourself. You're going down.
This is gonna be so unfair to you. I'm sorry. Oh well.
Allow me!
Lucky today.
Hey, wanna see a magic trick? Abracadabra.
Shadow. Incoming.
Wretched vermin! Squall and Fury!
Her ult is really cool. I really like her ult. Wind Blaze!
Don't blink. Cut to the chase. Incoming.
These guys probably didn't deserve that. These guys probably didn't deserve that.
Were you just taking your anger out on those guys?
Yeah, I'm allowed to beat them up. They're a dream. We know this is fine. I can beat them to a pulp as much as I want.
You and Nahida both. Dunyarzad wouldn't want to see you two like this.
Shut up. Hi, Clara.
Oh, and speaking of her, Paimon just remembered something. Remember how during the first Sub-Zero's festival, before the Samsara started, we came here with Dunyarzad because she wanted to pick something up?
Oh yeah, I forgot that actually.
She said it was because she had forgotten something.
I forgot about that.
Okay, so Paimon's memory is working so far. Anyway, Paimon also remembers that she is staying somewhere around here. She pointed it out to us the night before the Sub-Zero's festival. Yeah. Even if it's only a tiny clue, it'll probably still help us more than this needle in a haystack search.
I actually totally spaced that she had something she wanted to get.
This is the place. It's rude to enter other people's spaces without permission, but desperate times call for desperate measures.
It's also not real. You can enter people's dream room. That's
Hey,
fine.
the windows are unlocked. Okay, Paimon's gonna take a peek inside.
It's also a dream, so we could just break the door down. But
this was only a temporary residence, so there was pretty much nothing inside except this book on the table. Should we open it?
well, yeah. Oh, I don't want to read all that. Oh, fine. After almost 16 days, I was finally able to get these notes written before the Sub-Zero Festival. Once the festival ends, you and Paimon will probably continue your journey immediately, so I was hoping that I'd give you this before that. This is a compilation of folk legend concerning Lesser Lord Kusanali, created from a series of interviews that I conducted in succession and wrote down. I interviewed so many people, but I'm afraid there are very few who know much about her. Still, I hope this will be of use to you in your search for her. Oh, she tried to help us. Gahard Village water supply was once contaminated by forcing everyone to go very far to get water, but one day people suddenly found the water was drinkable again. And some said that green light was seen near the water source the previous night. Everyone who believes that this was the divine power of Lesser Lord Kusanali at work. This sounds impossible. The decontamination of a water source via natural means probably takes ages. Did Lesser Lord Kusanali appear in the heart of a village then? After Mama passed away, I was super afraid of the dark and couldn't sleep, but from one day on, I would hear a voice that would chat with me till I fell asleep. A nice lady told me that Lesser Lord Kusanali must have been watching over me. Poor child, I hope the Suvara's festival makes her a little happier. This is quite something similar to what I experienced back when I was a child as well. She is indeed a gentle god. There was this one time when I had a wee bit too much to drink and couldn't find my way home to save my life. Then, when I turned a corner, I could have sworn I saw Lesser Lord Kusanali. She was very tall and had very muscular arms, and she caught me when I slipped and fell. Well, that definitely wasn't her then. The next morning, I found myself sleeping under a tree, and I reckon that must have been her looking out for me. Huh, I'm not sure if this one is as much valuable reference. That was probably just a tree, right? Okay, that last one's kind of funny. And I'm good, Clara. How are you? That was pretty funny.
Wow. Dunyarzad wrote all of this. Sounds like she was always thinking of us, even while we were away.
I'm gonna cry in the club.
Even though she was also busy preparing for the Sub-Zero's festival and had all her health problems to worry about. She must have wanted to give this to us as a gift on the day of the Sub-Zero's festival, right?
And then Nilu didn't get to dance.
If we hadn't found this book, we never would have known.
I'm gonna
But
cry in
now
the
that
club.
we know, we can't even thank her.
I'm gonna kill everyone. If this doesn't end with me killing the entire commission, I'm gonna be really mad. I demand retribution. Where am I going? I demand retribution. This shall not stand. Nobody locks me in an endless dream without my permission.
The wind rises.
Which is oddly specific of a thing, but I have my lines, damn it. Ah, my eyes! They burn.
It's Dunyarzad's puppet.
Is that insulting to the actual puppets we know? Because, like, I know actual puppets who are more human than this. I'll feel better if I say it out loud. I also like to just put my hand on my chest dramatically.
Traveler?
I like that they didn't voice act any of that. Goodbye, Dunyarzad.
You must be exhausted.
Yeah, but we can't rest. Like, we're in a dream. The mental exhaustion will get worse.
We've been stuck in this place for a really, really long time. Heck, even the last time we were chatting happily with Dunyarzad feels like an eternity ago.
It really does. This quest has been going on for a hot minute. Yeah, I was back when she was happy. Now I'm sad. I am the sad.
Paimon still remembers when we were sitting here, and the way her eyes sparkled when she talked about Nilou's Dance of Sub-Zerus.
Sad.
There will always be frustrations in life, but I know that the point of living is not to leave behind any regrets.
Wait, that's what she said before. The puppet didn't say it. The puppet had a negative outlook on life.
That was what the real Dunyarzad said, wasn't it? Does that mean...
I'm so confused.
Yes, Traveler. What is it?
Oh, so she's still just a puppet. But just now, how come...
Why did the puppet's dialogue change? That doesn't make any sense.
What? Where are we going this time?
I also realized I stopped hearing the researchers arguing. Whenever the day reset, I used to hear the researchers arguing about the experiment and how it was going, but I don't hear the researchers arguing anymore when the day resets. I stopped hearing those notifications.
Squall Fury!
If I don't get to see Nilou dance, I'm gonna riot. It's better end with Nilou dancing, or I swear to all that is holy. If I don't get to see the stupid dance...
If you continue to resist, we will have to order an investigation.
This is a dream, so I can kill them now, right?
Organizer. The Grand Sage has already granted you much leniency. I advise that you exercise tact.
I will stab you.
How did things turn out like this?
It is now morally okay for me to kill them, right? This is a dream. I'm not actually killing anybody, right? Nilou, dance anyway. Fuck these people.
Traveler? You don't have to get involved. He's a sage from the academia.
Look at that stupid pose. I look like a moron. I'm not from this country. I don't give a fuck.
What the heck are you doing? If you get arrested by the academia, that's another day gone to waste.
I would love to see these two try to arrest me, Paimon. They are two nerds. I would love to see them try to arrest me. I would like to see them try. Maybe I'm not a coward. Maybe I want them to do it. Maybe I want them to try.
Wait, they're not reacting. Have they been scared stiff? Oh, of course! If this is the sage's plan, they wouldn't put themselves through this. So they're just substitutes.
So let's cut their heads off. It'll make me feel better.
What is this? What happened to the Grand Sage and his entourage?
Nothing. He said it's fine. Yeah, the flowers aren't purple. Aren't they supposed to be purple?
Like I said, lies the goddess of flowers. It's just a shame that all the real Padisaras went extinct after her death.
Yes. The Greater Lord brought forth new Padisaras in memory of the goddess of flowers. But she ultimately could never truly replicate that beautiful shade of purple.
That beautiful shade of purple. Aren't these flowers real Padisaras? Just like the ones from the legend? I didn't even notice. Dunyarzad, did you find these?
But didn't you just say all the real flowers went extinct after the goddess of flowers passed away? So, how?
Yeah. What's going on here?
Maybe Nilu's the host after all. I thought it was gonna be Dia. I thought it was gonna be Dia, honestly. I guess I was wrong.
You guys are acting weird. But okay, I'll try.
Imagine them exploding. Imagine them just bursting into flames.
Hey!
Oh, I wanted them to burst into flames.
So Nilu's the host. What a surprise!
I still thought it was Dia. Damn it, I was wrong. I failed.
Purple Padisaras don't exist in the real world anymore. But in Nilu's subconscious, they can appear as decorations on the stage.
Okay, you also said it was Dunyarzad, Dia, and Nilu. You guessed like all the main characters,
There would be
JJ.
food on a plate, and Nilu assumed there would be real Padisaras in the flower pots. So when you saw the flowers, you instantly knew it was Nilu?
Yes, because I am a
But
genius.
if we want to end the samsara, we need the host to become aware that they're dreaming.
So let's shake her. Nilu, wake up!
Make Nilu realize that.
Am I dreaming?
I'm gonna say you just said it right in front of her.
Huh?
Paimon, you just said it right in front of her.
So I'm right. Is this Lesser Lord Kusanali responding to our celebration of the Sub-Zero?
Just shake her screen. Just shake her head aggressively.
Yes, you weren't completely wrong either. The point is, what made you think this is a
Just
dream?
grab her horns and start shaking her
As
head.
you know, people in Sumeru don't dream, right?
Yeah, but have you heard the tale of the first sage? To prevent a calamity, he went on a journey to find the Dendro Archon.
Ooh, sounds familiar. Dunyarzad told us a story like that when we first arrived in Sumeru City. So it was about the first sage, huh?
Yep, but in the part you heard, he hadn't become the first sage yet. There's more to the story.
I'm still getting you crap, JJ, because you guessed like all the main
His piety and
characters.
wisdom were
I just thought it
acknowledged
was
by the
Dea
Dendro
because
Archon,
Dea is the only one
and
that's
she
like
finally
believed
gave her
us and
blessing
snapped
to
out of
him.
the dream easily.
All kinds of spectacular scenes appeared in front of the first sage, as if all the knowledge in the world was being painted onto a canvas right before him. He was captivated.
Did he paint with all the colors of the wind?
After who knows how long, he mastered all the knowledge he could comprehend.
So he became
Afterward,
Google.
he said to the Dendro Archon, I miss my parents, my wife, and my children. I've been away from home for far too long. They must be worried. The Dendro Archon smiled. The next second, the sage found himself lying in his bed, as if he had just woken up from a dream. His wife, lying next to him, said, You're off to search for the Dendro Archon today, aren't you? Have a safe journey, my love. In the end, the first sage took care of many disasters in Sumeru City, and founded the Academia. What a happy ending.
So, the first sage was dreaming ever since the beginning of the story? He never went on his journey?
God, that's the best kind of trip in my mind. You don't actually have to go anywhere. That's great. How can I have a trip like that? I don't want to ever go anywhere. I want to just dream about doing it and have it happen.
Yes. But his faith and determination were conveyed to the Dendro Archon, so she blessed him in the form of a dream.
Paimon understands where you're coming from now. That's a really interesting connection.
I see.
Quick, Nilu, end the dream.
Well, it just so happens that today's Sub-Zero's festival is almost over too.
Quick, imagine that I get a 5-star.
Since we're in a dream, Let's make this final dance of Sub-Zeros as beautiful as we can.
If the game cuts and doesn't show the dance, if it like cuts it or does some camera shenanigans, I'm going to scream. I swear, I'm threatening you, Genshin. If it doesn't do the actual dance, I'm uninstalling it. Okay, good. They're actually did a full cutscene. Okay, I'm happy. I was gonna uninstall the game if they didn't actually animate this. And now she has magic, so she can do the dance extra cool because she's a wizard now. That I told her she's dreaming.
It's over, everyone. I dedicate this to our god, the dance of Sub-Zeros.
She's so pretty, I want her. Now she's magic. The music's kind of weird. The music's not at all what I expected. You did say whatever the dance, JJ. I will give you credit. I didn't disagree with you, but you did say whatever the dance. She's just like disintegrating the world. Now I'm depressed. Now I have more
I'd be lying
depressing.
if I said I had no regrets. I would have loved to see Nilou's dance.
Especially this dance, because she gets superpowers, because she's basically God now. Hello, Ghost of Dinyarzad. It sounds like elevator music, though. It probably is traditional music, you're probably right, but it sounds like weird elevator music. Okay, we're gonna wake up and, like, the world's gonna be fucked, though, right? Like, the sages are gonna have, like, a doomsday weapon pointed at my face or something. Oh, it's so pretty! Okay, I got to see the dance. I'm glad. Alright, I don't have to uninstall the game now. They're gonna have, like, a gun pointed at my face or something. They're gonna be really mad at me for waking everyone up from the dream. They're gonna have, like, a shotgun pointed at me or something.
Oh, good morning, traveler. Oh, Paimon feels like she's been asleep for the longest time.
Okay, we're not playing that. I don't remember any of that, right? I want to kill the sages.
Paimon's head feels super heavy. Did we oversleep? Do you even remember going to sleep last night?
Yes, I remember everything.
Paimon thinks it was after the Sub-Zero's festival. The Sub-Zero's festival! Have we finally escaped from the Sub-Zero Samsara?
I hope so.
Take off your Akasha terminal!
Well, that taking it off wouldn't do anything, we know! Run! Just kick in the door. Just go around and start kicking in doors.
She's not in her room. What happened? Huh? What usual spot?
Yeah, what is the usual spot? We've met her like 6 different locations. What's the usual spot? The bar? Her house? The bench? What's the usual spot?
Squall Fury.
Oh, the spot with Nahida. Catherine, what are you doing here?
Well done, Traveler and Paimon.
Hi?
And thank you, Dinyarzad, for organizing the Sub-Zero's festival for me.
Why is Nahida's voice coming out of Catherine? I have questions, comments, concerns. I am confuzzled.
I'm sorry, who are...
Did you body jack Catherine? Did you body jack Catherine?
Don't scare us like that!
Nahida, you can't body jack my friend. I don't know how I feel about this.
Traveler Paimon, I have something amazing to tell you.
You're not dead, that's the amazing
I
thing.
just had a dream, and I saw Nilou performing the dance of Sub-Zero.
Yeah, we saw it too. She's a wizard. I have questions, Nahida. I have questions, comments, and concerns. Why can you borrow Catherine's body?
You're Nahida, aren't you? Paimon felt like Catherine was acting weird when we met at the Sub-Zero's festival. And Dunyarzad. Did you save her?
It's a really long story. We shouldn't disturb her. Her consciousness is still weakened.
We're just gonna talk about her like she's not here.
Let's chat somewhere else. How about by the Traveler's favorite bench?
This quest is very long. It was a little tedious at parts of it. I was a little bit over it. Especially the part where, like, I had to, like, pop with, like, the memory bubbles and it just repeated the same thing my character said at the beginning. Like, my head hurts, I'm so exhausted. And it was just that, like, 12 times of the same dialogue. That was a little poorly written. That was a little clunky and could have definitely been... I feel like that definitely should have been left on the cutting room floor, and some developers should have probably cut out, like, half of those. I know that every new, like, region, they try to make a new gimmick, but this gimmick was not fun. I'm not a fan of that gimmick.
Squall Fury.
Well, it's not even a puzzle. It's just, like, the dialogue bubbles pop up, and you have to click through all of them. It's not even like you can click on the right puzzle, like, on the right bubble right away and get it done. And it's not really a puzzle. You just have to click through all of them and hear the dialogue over and over and over again. Like, so that gimmick's a little dumb. And it did kind of drag on at parts, but I think they could have got the memo across quicker, but
That she's all right.
hopefully the payoff at the end is worth it now.
After we parted on the last day of the Sub-Zero's festival, I left the city and saw what the Traveler had described.
It's so weird having her voice come out of Catherine's body.
Among the
It is
countless
so weird.
dreams, I found one that was growing fainter and fainter. This proved my suspicion. Once Dunyarzad could no longer bear the Akasha harvesting her dreams, her consciousness began to dissipate. But this also meant it escaped the Akasha's control. Such a small fragment of consciousness can't last for very long, though. It will return to its original dream, where both will gradually fade until they completely disappear. I used all the power I had to keep her dying dream alive as long as possible. But it still wouldn't have lasted for much longer if it hadn't been for you two breaking the samsara.
So basically, I'm the greatest.
You managed to save Dunyarzad in the end. And not a moment too soon.
So basically, I'm the greatest. That's what everyone's telling me.
Huh? Why are you two smiling so happily? I thought you'd be so moved that you'd start crying. I need to spend more time observing human emotions.
I'm not a crying type of guy.
Both are fine. Everyone reacts differently.
All right. You two must have a lot of other questions for me, right? After all, you saved my faithful believer. As your reward, I will answer any and all questions.
There's something really funny about, like, calling Dunyarzad her faithful believer and, like, her talking like people don't believe in her as an Archon, because, like, it's not like you're talking like a real religion where people just don't believe the god is real. Everyone knows the Archon's real. It's not a matter of, like, believing in her, it's just they don't like her. They like the last Archon, which is weird because the last Archon's been dead for 500 years. So I really don't get how everyone hasn't just gotten over the last Archon being dead and moved on to the new one. I really don't get it, because it's not like any of these people were alive to know Greater Lord Rukkhadevalla. I don't know how they haven't gotten over it yet, but, like, it's not like they didn't believe in her, they just didn't like her.
At the Avidia Forest, there was this incense that made the Traveler fall unconscious and dream of a huge tree and a red sky.
The tree was also upside down.
You also heard someone's voice, right? It said world and forget me.
Yeah.
Yeah!
Did you do that?
So you do know! We've been wanting to ask you what that was about, and if the red sky was related to Khaenri'ah.
It seems like the Traveler established a connection to Irminsul. That was a message left by Greater Lord Rukkhadevata's residual consciousness in Irminsul. Perhaps her last memory before she died.
Why did she look exactly like you then?
Greater Lord Rukkhadevata disappeared after the disaster in Khaenri'ah. The timings of these events do line up, so your suspicions are reasonable.
She looked exactly like you, though.
A message from Greater Lord Rukkhadevata? We thought it was from King Deshret.
King Deshret? That god who died even longer ago? Some present-day desert dwellers still worship him. You probably just heard some of their conspiracies.
Wait, people are mad there aren't more male Archons, but... I mean, I guess I didn't really think about it. I guess most of the Archons are female, but we don't even know who the Fire Archon is. Oh. Hello, Raiders. I didn't expect that. Hi. How are me? Welcome. I hope you had a good stream. Hello. Hello, Raiders. I didn't expect that. We're doing the Archon quest for Dendro. Nahida.
Okay,
Words.
so what does the message mean?
Pyro Archon's a woman? Oh, did they say the Pyro Archon was a woman? I didn't know they said the Pyro Archon was a woman. I didn't pay attention. It shows how much I pay attention.
Managed to decipher it. Even the Akasha
I
isn't
pay
currently
attention.
capable of doing that. Greater Lord Rukkhadevata's residual consciousness in Irminsul seems to be contaminated with something that has a very dangerous aura to it.
I mean, I don't really care about gender, so I guess I never cared that much about if the Archons were male or female.
I've warned the Academia about this many times, but people still keep falling victim to it.
Oh, she's tried warning them before. You're like eventually like 16. That's fair. I like the game so far. It's pretty fun. There are some gimmicks they try to make up for every new areas that I don't necessarily love the new gimmicks, but I guess that's what that, like, they're trying something new. I can at least appreciate them trying something new. I'll be looking, got some stuff to do. Well, thank you for coming with the raid. I appreciate it. Good luck with your stuff you're doing. I'm glad you had a good stream.
But I believe this is the key to saving Irminsul. That's why I've kept trying to decipher it.
I don't know why people were mad about the Archon's gender, though. Like, it's a game about collecting
so the tree in the
waifus.
vision was Irminsul? Oh, Tainari also said that Irminsul is sick. Is it because of the contaminated consciousness? But even if you can't figure out what that vision was all about, it seems like our search for you was all in vain.
Our search was
The
all
Traveler wasn't affected after coming in contact with that consciousness. I've never seen anyone like that. With you here, we may have a chance at deciphering it.
Because I'm a Martian.
No, we must decipher its secrets. I've already eliminated all other factors that might affect Irminsul. This is the only one left.
Aye, aye, Captain. It's still weird having
This
your
puzzle
voice
has
come out of
life
a
and
different
death
body.
at stake.
It's still weird.
It could determine Irminsul's fate, as well as to that.
I mean, I guess I get that people were, like, want characters they can relate to, I guess, but, like, gacha games are usually about collecting waifus, and I guess I'm the type of person who never really cares about gender, because, I mean, like, one of my favorite characters is Artoria Pendragon, and she's obviously a girl, and I fucking love her. I don't really care that she's a boy or a girl. I just care that she's cool and she's a knight. That's all I really give a shit about. So maybe I don't care that much, but, like, they always give the Archons, like, a right-hand man, so to speak, and usually it's the opposite gender of whatever the Archon is. Like, not that I've done Fontaine yet, but, like, the Hydro Archon has that spooky water dude who, like, everyone says is like a dragon or something like that. I don't know anything about him, but, like, he's a dude, and he's, like, her right-hand man. That makes him kind of like an Archon. I don't know, I guess I never thought about the Archon's gender. I don't think it really matters. People get mad about weird stuff. I mean, most gacha games have way more girl characters than boy characters. That's just kind of how it works. Why do you look like Catherine? Yeah, why did you steal Catherine's body?
I'm using the Akasha as a medium to occupy Catherine's consciousness.
Poor Catherine.
How did you do that? Poor Catherine. Does this mean you can also occupy other people's consciousnesses?
Quick, occupy my consciousness.
Theoretically, I can enter anyone's mind as long as they're wearing their Akasha terminal.
Do I get the power of an Archon
the
if you do
Akasha
that?
is the legacy of Greater Lord Rukkhadevata. As Lesser Lord Kusanali and the first Akasha terminal, my consciousness has always been linked to the Akasha.
Where's your real
I've always
body?
respected my people's free will, so I've never actually occupied their consciousness. When necessary, I just borrow this bionic Snezhnayan puppet.
Hold on. Did we just learn some deep, dark secret? So Catherine is... No. Wonder Paimon felt something was off about her. What about your own body? Why do you need to borrow other people's? Don't you live in the sanctuary of Surasthana?
Normally it's the
That story
opposite?
begins a long time ago.
Maybe I haven't played enough gacha
After
games.
Greater Lord Rukkhadevata disappeared, the sages found my newly born self and took me back to Sumeru. At that time, I was young and weak. The sages kept me in the sanctuary of Surasthana, ostensibly for the sake of protecting me. but I've hardly heard from them since. However, I do understand that they had hoped to find Greater Lord Rukkhadevata instead of me, a symbol of her passing.
So, the sages basically put their new Archon under house arrest? How dare they! Why don't you teach them a lesson, Nahida?
Yeah, kill them all.
In some ways, they aren't wrong. Greater Lord Rukkhadevata was omniscient and omnipotent. Even after her death, the Akasha is still empowering this nation.
I mean, yeah, look at Fate.
And I'm still really far away from being able to call myself the God of Wisdom. Moreover, the Academia is also more proficient at governing this country. My existence has little meaning.
Okay, they just locked everyone in a perpetual dream. They have no business running the country, and I am going to kill them all. You cannot do worse than that. Yeah, most gacha games usually have lots of waifus. And in fact, most anime games in general, I can think of several. Like, Nier Automata has more playable girl characters, and that's an anime game. Drakengard, you play as a girl character all the time. Most gacha games have way more female characters, like Path to Nowhere has more, like... Well, yeah, I mean, most games in general, yeah, I guess if you're talking, if you have, like, Call of Duty and, like, shooters and stuff, if you're looking at, like, all of video games, yeah, most of them you're, like, generic dude with gun. But when you're talking about, like, anime games, like Genshin counts as, most of them are female characters. At least largely. So I don't get people being mad. I don't get people being mad. Like, if you look at, like, all of video games, yeah. Hello, Mother. I hate Nadia being sad. I also hate Nadia being sad. She's precious. It's also weird having Nadia's voice come out of Catherine, but that's fine. I'm getting used to it.
You got a lot of believers. Just look at the Sub-Zero's festival. Everyone who showed up truly loves you.
Mother, why you gotta roast JJ?
Thank you for the kind words. But I honestly don't need physical freedom as long as I can connect my consciousness to the Akasha. Trying to find a way to save Irminsul is my life's mission and top priority. I will work on that, and try to live up to being a deity in the meantime.
But Nahida...
Every once in a while, I will also take up the duties of the God of Wisdom and enlighten a lost soul here and there. Doing all that should be enough.
Nahida, you're a little too selfless. Just want her job, I'm jealous. Mother, you work from home almost every day! And you watch TV while you work a lot! What do you mean? You're also working right now! It's 3 o'clock!
There's never been any big problems with the Academia's governance of Sumeru.
You're here right now!
This is the first time I've seen them step out of line. I wonder what caused them to go down this path, and what they hope to achieve. Even though the city's residents haven't noticed anything strange...
You're on break? Okay.
If the Traveler hadn't broken the Sub-Zero's samsara, the situation could have become dire. I tried to do some investigating in the Akasha, but I couldn't find anything suspicious. And all the people of interest seem to purposely avoid wearing their Akasha terminals. I think they're deliberately trying to hide something.
Oh, that reminds Paimon. In Gandharvaville,
yeah, JJ puts JJ and everything on the internet.
Some kind of project. Could it be related?
Because you said my actual name.
I need to first investigate the sage's
JJ puts JJ on everything online, so everyone already knows her as that.
But I'll have to
you said my actual name.
They'll see me coming.
And my actual name is fairly standouty because you named me weird.
You mean how the Akasha stops you from having dreams?
Yeah, it's been such a long time. No one's noticed something's up?
It's not that no one noticed. It's more like
I didn't yell at you!
Ultimately, it's all rooted in the sage's misdirection.
Misdirection?
I didn't yell at her! I'll show you all what yelling looks like.
The sage has convinced everyone to believe that being unable to dream is a sign of rationality and wisdom.
Why is everyone gonna take a mother's side immediately? This is supposed to be my chat? This is supposed to be my entire kingdom?
Dreams are being reaped by
no yelling at her. Why is everyone gonna take my mother's side immediately?
The sages can maximize their use of the Akasha to
This is my stream.
Besides, greater Lord Rukkhadevata must have created the Akasha in the hopes that it could be used to its full potential. That's why I've never come out strongly against this. Anyway, the
I don't yell at her either!
sages drowned out any voices of doubt.
I don't fucking yell at anybody!
Even those who never use Akasha terminals find it too shameful and embarrassing to talk about their dreams.
It's a dream inside a dream inside a dream inside a dream.
I hope my answers were satisfactory, seekers of knowledge.
My mom didn't know what a Twitch was until I started streaming.
Maintaining Dunyarzad's fading dream took a lot of mental energy. I think I may need to rest for a while.
Step back and look in a mirror. I look great in a mirror, thank you.
I don't need to worry too much about the sage's activities for now. The Akasha won't be able to conduct another project on the scale of the Sub-Zero Samsara in the immediate future.
Go and get some sleep. Leave everything to us.
What a relief. This is truly the most exhausting birthday I've ever had.
Traveler? Paimon? Why am I here? Do either of you know?
Nope, no idea. Hi, Catherine.
Maybe you were sleepwalking. You know you can't wake up a sleepwalker. We happened to walk by, so we thought we'd wait for you to wake up.
I see.
If I'm twitching.
Huh.
I'm always twitching according to my
visit
mother.
my maintenance personnel sometime. Oh, I'm fine. I better go. Thank you.
Alright, bye, Catherine.
We spent quite some time in Sumeru City, but ever since we last said goodbye to Lesser Lord Kusanali, we haven't heard anything from her. Oh, we can't just keep waiting around like this. Let's go find Catherine and
Goodbye,
pick up some
Mother.
work so we can at least keep ourselves busy.
Thank you. I like how that conversation ended like 12 seconds ago. Catherine's gonna be the final boss. I wish. It's like all of her bodies. You have to fight one from every element.
Ad Astra Abyssosque. We meet again, you two.
Well, that's not...
Catherine, do you have any commissions for us today?
Commissions, huh? Let me think. Oh, how about this? Please attend the Academia's Academic Symposium this afternoon and recite a love poem on stage.
No, I refuse.
Wait, say
I
what?
blatantly refuse.
And if possible, please also use your camera to capture the reaction of the audience upon finishing the poem.
Huh?
Nadia, you're not funny.
What commission is that?
I see. It appears that you're not interested in this commission.
Nadia.
In that case, please go to Port Ormos and convince the Eremites there to spend some time volunteering at the local orphanage.
Hey, that's not any better.
You hate how she's in every zone. Why? Isn't that just asking for a beating? Mercenaries and orphanages really don't go together. I don't know, she might be onto something with this one. I kind of want to see the tough mercenaries take care of the orphans.
I'm sure the mercenaries will have some interesting reactions as well.
I'm more on board with this one.
Paimon's gotta ask, just who exactly has been submitting these commissions to the Adventurers Guild?
Oh, the commissioner? Well, actually, I just wanted to see the two of you in action.
Hi, Nadia.
Was it so obvious? I was hoping you would actually take one of those commissions. That kind of chance to observe humans doesn't come by often.
I love her.
Ah, so it's Nahida. Paimon just knew Catherine wouldn't crack those kinds of jokes.
Catherine's never cracked a joke.
From when she said...
Ad Astra Abyssosque.
So it's been you this whole time? Are you done resting up, Nahida?
Yes. I've been sleeping ever since we parted ways, and I even had a really, really long dream.
What'd you dream about? What did gods dream about?
It was another dream about the Sub-Zero's festival, except it was a happy one.
Oh, that does
In
not
my
sound
dream,
happy.
I was sitting in the middle of a flower terrace, and everyone in Sumeru City was holding hands as they danced in circles around me. They danced round and round, and everyone looked really happy. I also got to sit on a gigantic flower carriage. Ferris, the Knight of Flowers, raised me really, really high above the ground. And I was throwing an endless amount of Yalda candies at the children.
She's so precious.
Maybe your dream is how the Sub-Zero's festival really should be. It's meant to be a joyous time where everyone gets together to celebrate your birthday.
I say names fine. Everyone knows what I'm talking about. Shut up.
Huh?
I'm smart.
Wasn't I describing a really happy dream? Why are you both looking at me like that? Wait, could this be an example of the emotion known as pity?
I guess she's smiling as she says that.
No, we aren't pitying you.
Well, maybe a little bit of pity.
Make everything worse. We just don't want you to feel too sad. By the way, have you had a chance to visit Dunyarzad? How's she doing? The Homiyanis haven't allowed any visitors after the festival, so we haven't been able to check on her.
Yes, I paid her a visit right after I woke up. She was resting at the
This is such a dramatic change from the like the Raiden Shogun who wanted to kill me.
However, since Elazar is a manifestation of the withering on the human body, we can only cure it by finding a way to take care of Irminsul's own withering.
Got it, we gotta fix the tree.
For the moment, our top focus should still be figuring out what the sages are up to and what they're planning.
Got it, I can get behind this plan. So we kill all the sages, let you out of your house arrest, and then I go fix the tree because I need to help Dunyarzad and Colette. Got it, I can do that.
Right. Who knows what'll happen if they manage to pull off another scheme like the Samsara of the
That's only like 3 things. I can do that list.
So our first priority should be investigating and putting a stop to the sages' activities. As for how we should pull that off, let's discuss it somewhere else. There are too many adventurers around here.
There is no one around here, but okay.
Good point. Sorry, adventurers. We're gonna be borrowing Catherine for a little while.
This is gonna start rumors that I'm banging Catherine. This is gonna start some weird rumors in the Adventurers Guild. I'm starting to think I'm the only member of the Adventurers Guild.
Let's continue our chat here.
We're like 5 feet away.
Okay, so do you have any ideas on how we can investigate the sages, Nahida?
Kill them, you mean?
Actually, I've already done a little bit of work on that. But for now, I want to hear your thoughts.
I think we should kill them. Possess a key figure.
I've
yeah, do that
already
one.
Tried that, but all the key members of the Academia, even the core of 30 guards, intentionally avoid wearing their Akasha terminals.
Damn it.
It seems that from the very beginning, they've been guarding against info leaks from the Akasha. Of course, it could also be because they're wary of me.
Have you already caught the sage's attention?
I'm guessing not yet, but distrusting me would make perfect sense if they've ever paid attention to the urban legends about me.
There's urban legends about you?
In any case, I probably can't take over their minds directly.
Damn it. That would have been way funnier. Let's interrogate someone.
As of now, since we still don't know anything about their goals, any rash move could tip them off and lead to terrible consequences.
Well then, what's your idea?
After all, every person in Sumeru City is one of their hostages.
Well then, fine. You keep shooting down all my ideas. What's your idea, little Miss Archon?
No way, that's too risky.
I don't like this game!
You mean it'd be too easy to get caught?
I'm gonna stop making ideas if you keep shooting them down.
That. We shouldn't involve innocent students in this. A single mistake could completely ruin their lives. Doing that would be ignoring the safety of my people for my own selfish goals. How is that any different from what the sages are doing?
It's a bit different because the sages are killing everybody.
Spoken like the god of Sumeru.
The sages are gonna kill everybody with those experiments, though?
Are we really out of ideas?
Burn the school down.
Nahida, you're super smart, so you already have something in mind, right? Don't keep us in suspense. Spill the beans already.
According to a popular theory from the Vahumana Darshan of the Academia, rejecting impractical motions at the beginning of a planning session will give more weight to the actual proposal.
Okay, but aren't you the god of wisdom?
That's why you shot down all my ideas?
Kind of gimmick to make us take your ideas seriously.
Well, I've been thinking that if I can't directly possess the leaders, and if I can't get ordinary people involved, then I should find someone who's already involved, but hasn't decided to side with the sages.
You're saying we should recruit a spy? That does sound like it could work. Oh, before coming back, we met someone named Al-Haytham. He seems like he acts alone, and he likes doing stuff behind the Academia's back. They probably aren't in cahoots.
I do like Al-Haytham.
Actually, I already have someone in mind. Do you still remember that female scholar named Sataria?
No, not at all.
Sataria. Paimon remembers now. Isn't she the one who's always trailing behind the Grand Sage of the Academia? We ran into her basically every time the Sub-Zero's festival repeated itself. You could even say we're old enemies by now.
Oh, that girl. Okay.
Paimon still remembers the smug and mean way she always spoke to Nilou.
No wonder I didn't know her name. I hated her.
I've always liked observing all kinds of people, and Sataria has always stood out from the crowd.
By being a bitch?
She was born in the desert and was hailed as their greatest genius. Her academic gifts allowed her special admission into the academia, and also gave her the opportunity to serve as the sage's assistant.
Oh, Paimon didn't know she was from the desert. She must be pretty special then. Paimon feels like most of the desert dwellers around the city are working as mercenaries.
The name Sataria means star. When she lived in the desert, she shone like the brightest star in the night sky. Later on, she was chosen by the sun. The star was given a place in the daytime sky to complement the sun's dazzling light. Soon after, the star witnessed the sun scorching the earth, which brought forth many disasters. The star began to waver. Instead of staying beside such a sun, wouldn't it be better to return and light up part of the night sky? But in the end, she couldn't give up the radiance of daytime. To cope with her shame, the star buried her guilt and closed her eyes.
Nadia, are you capable of talking not in metaphors?
From the sound of it, Sataria's just hung up on the research opportunities here. But she doesn't really support the academia. She still feels guilty about not doing more for the desert, right? She's just running away from her problems.
Indeed. When they are presented with complex moral issues, many people will simply plug their ears and go with the flow until the problem can't be fixed anymore.
Ain't that the truth?
She's suppressing a lot of guilt, but before she realized it, she had already become the sage's accomplice. She can't deny her part in their schemes anymore.
The music in this area is really good. Samara has a really good soundtrack, I agree.
Right. We must somehow make her face her problems again. That way, not only can we get useful intel from her, but she can also use it as an opportunity to redeem herself.
Ah, like Zuko.
From my past observations, Sataria will take a day off from the academia every 10 days to do some shopping in the city. Tomorrow afternoon just happens to be a shopping day for her. That'll be our chance.
So we kidnap her.
To prepare, let's go check out some of her favorite spots, and have a quick chat with a few of the vendors there.
I think so far Fontaine's my favorite boss. With the dancing robot couple. I love them a lot. You really like being underwater.
The wind rises.
Where am I going? Where am I going?
Squall and fury.
Am I stupid? Am I dumb? Hello?
This should be Sataria's favorite fortune-telling spot.
So should we ask the fortune teller about
I knew you were gonna now. I fucking knew it.
No, I already have enough information on Sataria. The most important thing now is for you to pay attention to the vendor's talking style and key characteristics.
What?
Talking style and key characteristics?
My poor lost lambs.
Have you become troubled?
Wait, this is the child from the Sub-Zero Festival!
The divine voice of wisdom often echoes between mine ears. If thou be blessed today by the gods, I may be able to show you the way.
What the fuck?
Huh? Really? Nahida, you've been whispering things to her?
Shh. My friend here has some doubts regarding his future. Can we get a fortune reading for him?
Oh god, it's so weird that she could just switch back and forth between her voice and Catherine's. It's so weird.
Of course, of course. In that case...
She can just switch back and forth so fast.
It would seem that Harut and Marut are quite wary of you. Perhaps, at some time in the past, you have somehow offended the gods.
Okay. Listen, I've offended almost all of the gods at this point, but they all had it coming.
Only mocking the god of Animo, questioning the lord of Geo's financial savviness, and brawling with the god of Electro.
Oh, nothing. Go on, take an aspect for her to divine.
Listen, like I said, all of them had it coming. I apologize for nothing. I apologize for nothing. All of the Archons had it coming, especially the Raiden Shogun. I would fight the Raiden Shogun again. Yeah, I was gonna do love. Which waifu do I get? Who will be my next 5-star?
Love prospects? No problem at all.
When do I get to marry Shenhe? That's what I want to know.
The gods have spoken. The truth shall be revealed. One who is fated to cross your path will appear on... Huh? So many people will fall for you. How could that be?
Because it's a gacha game.
Marut, did you two spoil my divination? I've never read a fortune so absurd.
I love that they do that because it's a gacha game.
Actually, Paimon thinks this is probably the most accurate fortune telling I've ever done.
I got the Riz.
I admit that the orientation of today's celestial matrix is suboptimal. As such, there will be no charge.
Suboptimal.
Is that so? Well, that can't be helped.
If you were to bring some food offerings for Harut and Marut on your next visit, perhaps they could help you reverse the wheels of fate.
Why would I want to reverse the wheels of fate of everyone falling in love with me? It sounds like a pretty good fortune to have. Why would I want to reverse that? Let's see, how many people will fall in love with me? How many characters in this game? A lot. This is my love list. More importantly, when does Sara fall in love with me? When will Sara finally stop ignoring me screaming for her to come out of the stupid gacha? When will Sara finally come home? I just want Sara. I wish she could tell me when that fucking day will be. What did it say? I had to wait to be like 1800 or something like that? Oh, we can just spin the clock for multiple days. I think this is fine. Everyone in the game in love with me. I have the Riz. It's like Fate Grand Order all over again. I got the Riz.
There's no need to exchange pleasantries. It's rather pathetic to force a conversation.
I love that Wanderer is such a dick.
Is this another one of Sataria's favorite stalls?
Yep. It belongs to a king. His father helped Sataria a lot when she first moved to Sumeru City, so she still comes by whenever she has time. When I start talking with him, listen carefully to the details of our conversation.
I'm gonna forget all these details. How many conversations do I need to memorize?
Ah, dear customers. Would you like to look at some pottery?
Not really.
We caught wind of your great craftsmanship, so we specifically came to take a look.
God, the voice switching is so weird.
I recognize you. Aren't you Miss Catherine from the Adventurers Guild? Sounds like I'm in for some big business.
Poor
I suppose you could say it all started with my dad. He's a mason by trade, but I picked up an interest in clay while apprenticing for him. After that, I began making pottery by myself in secret, and I simply changed trades when my works turned out well. Although it's a pity that I'm no longer making much use of the knowledge provided to me by the Akasha.
That's nice.
Have fun napping. I'll be waiting here for you to wake up.
So is your father still working as a mason?
Dork.
Oh no, not anymore. A few years back, he fell from a roof and broke his leg. Since he had already saved enough Mora over all these years, he's just enjoying the retired life in Port Ormos now.
I do.
I see. We wish him peace and happiness in his retirement. I'll have someone in charge of logistics at the guild come by another day for some goods. We'll leave you to it. Take care now.
No problem. Rest easy, all our goods are sure to meet your every need.
I don't understand what information I'm supposed to be memorizing. I'm gonna fail this quest so badly because I don't know what the fuck I'm supposed to. Are we doing another thing for the people at the bar now? I'm not gonna remember these details.
Sataria's always thinking of this restaurant when she's working at the academia. So she always comes by whenever she's out in the city.
Nahida, you've really thought of everything.
Do the game developers know my memory's garbage?
It's my duty to protect Sumeru's citizens, after all.
My memory's garbage. Like hot garbage.
Hi there. I feel like I've seen you down by the docks before.
Huh? Sorry, I don't quite remember.
If I recall, you were having a discussion with someone about shipbuilding at the time.
Ah, that's right! I've always been really interested in feats of marine engineering. After all, I grew up in Liyue Harbor and spent my entire childhood staring at the ships going in and out of the port. I came to Sumeru to study, but failed to make it into the academia due to my lack of talent.
Ew.
But I'm still discussing all kinds of problems with different scholars, and I'm continuing to study and perform research from the restaurant's basement. I'm sure I'll get to the academia after their next round of exams.
What an admirable spirit for learning. Amazing.
Sure, but you'll find hardworking people wherever you go.
So this restaurant has a basement
You love
as
ships?
well? Huh.
I'm terrified of the
First I've
ocean,
heard
but
of
that's
it.
fair.
That's right. It's not usually open to patrons. Most of the time, employees use it for breaks or to hold private events.
Boats are pretty
I
cool. I'm
see.
just terrified of the ocean.
Yes, that makes sense. Well, good luck with your studies, Miss Chishan.
I'm sure you go to Queen Mary
Thank
too.
you so much. As long as I can make it into the academia as an official student, I'll be happy.
I didn't even know that the Queen Mary 2 was the last ocean liner. I did not know that.
So, was that everybody?
I thought it was bad luck to name a boat, like, after
3
another
familiar
boat.
faces should be enough for Sataria.
What's the point of all the information we've collected? Nahida, you still haven't told us how you're planning to make Sataria face her problems.
Sataria is already used to avoiding her problems, so we must find a way to break through her usual sensibilities.
Ah, so we're gonna mentally break
I
the girl.
remember you mentioned that the Eremites in Port Ormos are all making a fuss about the upcoming resurrection of King Deshret.
Yeah, because they're all crazy.
Although it's all just a boatload of nonsense, the fate of her homeland may turn out to be Sataria's soft spot.
Oh, Paimon gets it now. You want to take advantage of the guilt Sataria feels about her homeland. Although she knows she should return home to help the people of the desert, all she's done is conspire with the sages.
She's a British ship. I mean, that's fair. I mean, it makes sense. Queen Mary sounds like a British ship. Or French, I guess. I would guess French or British if you asked me to guess on the spot. But I just thought it was bad luck to name a ship, like, the second. I thought it was a bad luck. Aren't, like, sailors super, like, superstitious about, like, everything?
So, how do we set that up?
Well, King Deshret is long gone, and Sataria is also too smart to fall for any simple tricks. If we simply engaged her under the guise of King Deshret's believers, She would definitely be weary of us, and we may not get anywhere.
Yeah, weren't there a lot of Queen
But
Marys?
if we were to borrow some of her close acquaintances to talk with her, her reaction would probably be very different.
So, you mean you're going to possess those people we just talked to?
Yep. Possess them through the Akasha. Imply they've already converted to the faith of King Deshret, and then convey our made-up will of King Deshret. As long as everything goes smoothly, we'll get through to Zetaria for sure. She'll never guess that we had anything to do with it.
Ah, so that's how you're going to use all the info we collected on these people. It's so that you won't slip up and break form. Possessing them will only work if you can manage to pass off as them.
Exactly. So, best of luck with impersonating them.
Wait, what?
Huh? Best of luck? But we don't know how to possess anyone.
Am I gonna stick my hand up their butt and work them like a
That's no problem
Muppet?
at all. I'll just share all their senses with you once I've possessed them. As long as you're also wearing an Akasha terminal, the effect will basically be as if you've possessed them yourself.
Why do I gotta do it?
Huh. That is pretty convenient. But why does he have to do this? Can't you do it yourself?
Although I've been observing humans for a while, I've never been good at imitating them.
You're not wrong. It's always been painfully obvious whenever you try to pass as Catherine.
If it was at all possible, I would have preferred to leave these people alone. But seeing how things are now, I probably should just accept it and push on.
Yeah, don't beat yourself up over it. We're only doing this to help everyone, and we'll only be borrowing them for a little while anyway.
Alright,
Sadie, what's
then
wrong?
let's give it a go tomorrow afternoon.
What's wrong, doggo? There's quite a few voyages I'm married to. That's fair. Maybe one day you'll be able to go onto it. I would never want to go onto a boat like that. That'd scare the pants off of me. What time do I have to wait till? I didn't read. 12 at 1800. Okay. Doggo, why are you so anxious, huh? Huh? Why are you so anxious, huh? Why are you anxious, Doggo? What's wrong? What the dog doing?
Oh, here she comes. Satari is here.
Let's quietly follow her. Once she starts talking to her acquaintances, we'll find a safe spot to begin possessing them.
Is my body just gonna
As for
fall
how
over
we'll
like a
sway her
puppet?
to our side, I'll leave that to you. I trust you'll know what to say.
You should not trust me with that.
Paimon's starting to feel kind of nervous. Okay, let's go.
You should not trust me with
We've
that.
already started talking. Let's find a hiding spot and get started.
I wouldn't trust me with this. That is pretty expensive. Okay, that's fair. Oh god, her eyes freaked out like The Exorcist.
That's right. You really can't force anything when it comes to love. And besides, everyone around me has a very different background and outlook.
I'm not gonna remember how any of these people ask.
Are you still listening to me, Nabia?
Oh, of course I'm listening. You were talking about troubles with your love life, right? I heard everything you said.
Okay then. You just seemed a little distracted for a moment there.
Meow!
Strange. Your cats seem pretty worked up. Is something wrong? I always thought they were quiet, happy kitties. Oh, what are their names again?
Fuck. I don't remember! I think I remember there being a T name. I think one of them had a T name, so I think it's that one.
Are you sure?
Nope, apparently not.
Those aren't ringing a bell for some reason.
Well, you don't remember either, so shut up.
Well, actually they have many names. Which names I use depends on my mood.
Huh, I see. I imagine that must be hard for the kitties, too.
Shut up.
So, which fortune do you want me to read for you today? You must have come for another echo of the divine voice of wisdom.
I'd like to get another reading on my love prospects, but to be perfectly honest with you, I feel like I've been a real mess recently.
Yeah, maybe because you're an asshole and a criminal.
Well, could you do a reading on how long it'll take me to finish my current project at work? I really just want to get it over with.
I hear you. No problem at all. The gods will reveal the truth.
What happens when I get all of these wrong and I fail to... What happens when I get this wrong and and she doesn't believe this at all?
Sorry, your new laugh is just so hilarious.
God, I don't remember what she did at all.
Please pay no mind to those kinds of details. The gods are asking, Setaria, why haven't you gone home?
Why haven't I gone home? Do the gods really know everything I've been thinking about?
Well, you have.
Setaria, why don't you just go home? It's a demand now instead of a question. The gods seem to be truly upset.
I'm sorry. I know I failed the gods. Please pass on my most sincere apologies and ask for their divine forgiveness.
Is that how it works?
And if I may ask, Nabia, is there a specific god who's speaking to you right now?
The god of Legos.
What an inconsiderate and naive question. The god who is speaking to me is, of course, the wisest and mightiest of all, King Deshret.
King Deshret? No wonder he would make such demand of me. Wait a second. King Deshret passed away a long time ago. Even though news of King Deshret's resurrection has been spreading like wildfire, it's all just a misinformation campaign from the academia. How can King Deshret still exist in real life?
Wait, she just admitted that that's like a smear campaign from the academia, so they caused it? Why would they want to make the desert people all riled up? What does the academia have to gain from getting the desert dwellers riled up?
What insolence! I am King Deshret's most loyal believer. Do you wish to refute his voice of wisdom?
Oh, no. As a child of the desert, I am only reveling in his power upon learning that his divine glory has touched even this city. I will think very carefully about his demand of me. I'm sorry. I must go now.
I'm gonna get all of these wrong and she's not gonna believe this at all.
Whoa! She just ran off in a hurry. She looked pretty upset, too.
Well done. Setaria didn't seem to suspect anything amiss.
Even though I did the whole thing wrong?
Something she's been trying desperately to avoid show up out of nowhere and berate her? That must have shaken her to the core.
Aw, Nahida, it seems like you understand human emotions really well after all.
All I know are some abstract Harava-taught theories. And in any case, my time with you has shown a lot of them to be utterly useless. I'm still trying to make sense of everything. Anyway, enough of that. Let's hurry and catch up to Setaria.
Setaria.
He's out of Keems now, right on cue. Let's get ready to possess him right away.
That's such a weird sentence. Let's get ready to possess him right away. It'll be fun. I'm not gonna remember any of these. I'm gonna do all of them wrong.
It's okay. I just got caught up in something. Oh, actually, didn't you ask me to help you look for work? what kind of work were you looking for again? Oh, right. Your old man's craft. How could I forget?
Yeah, I'm a mason.
Speaking of, how's he doing? Is he feeling any better?
Yeah, he can walk because his leg broke.
Oh, that's good to hear. I have been thinking a lot about him. If I could get some more time off, I'd love to pay him a visit. Actually, while we're talking about him, is he still living in Port Ormos?
Yeah, he's been retired there for a while.
If you could find the time, please write him a letter. Let him know that recently, faith in King Deshret has taken root in Port Ormos, and has begun to spread across Sumeru. He has a quick temper, and has always been a devout follower of the Dendro Archon. I don't want him to get into a fight with those King Deshret believers because of a difference in beliefs.
Oh? So, who are you siding with in all of this? The Academia or King Deshret? I'm so jealous of you. You were born a child of the desert, yet you chose to betray King Deshret, and now you spend all your time with those crooks from the Academia.
Akeem, you don't mean... you've also become a believer of King Deshret?
What's so strange about becoming a believer of the wise King Deshret? In fact, aren't you the strange one? The one who still can't pick a side?
Can't pick a side? Me?
Whoa. Paimon had no idea you'd be so good at this.
Me either.
You really zeroed in on the issue and put it right in front of her. It might feel a bit overwhelming for Sataria.
I'm glad I remember
But
his stuff at
once everything
least.
is over, I'll be sure to pay her a visit to her mind and explain everything. Anyway, let's keep going.
Yeah, let's keep ruining her life.
Come on, Sataria.
I don't remember this girl like at all, though.
So, Shishan, have
Dog,
you
what's
noticed
wrong?
anything weird in the city
See,
lately?
what's wrong?
Like, as if someone was trying to preach to you about something?
Oh, right. Speaking of strange things,
Sadie, what's wrong?
I celebrated the Sub-Zerus festival so many times that I lost count. That was really weird.
Wait, how could you be aware of that? That should be impossible. Nothing in the report indicated anything
Sadie, what's
like
wrong?
that.
Are you still failing to realize that the Academia's lowly tricks could never deceive all of Sumeru's citizens?
Hey, what's wrong?
Shishan, don't tell me that you've converted to King Deshret as well.
My dog is like freaking out. Calm down, girl.
What an absurd question. You make it sound like I should be ashamed for becoming a believer of King Deshret.
King
In
Deshret.
reality, shouldn't you be the one who is ashamed? You, who works side by side with the Academia, and treated people as nothing more than experimental subjects.
This one's actually really good since we're like calling her out.
Please stop!
This one's actually really good because we just called her out immediately of like treating people like test subjects.
Even now, Sataria's still trying to run from her problems.
She can no longer justify everything to herself.
Hey, she's trying to talk to the guards. What should we do?
Possess them!
This is the most important part of all. Quick, get ready.
Quick, possess them and
Listen,
have them attack her.
You're a member of the Corps of 30, correct? Please help me pass a message to the Matcha right away. The situation in the city is getting out of control.
Please, try to remain calm, miss. Tell me what's happening in the city.
Heretics are infiltrating the city, and they've already converted many residents to their side.
Heretics? What kind of heresy are you talking about?
King Deshret! Many people I know have suddenly started believing in him, but he's long dead. It's impossible.
Miss Sataria, nothing is impossible.
You know my name?
King Deshret is immortal, and all who defy him will one day pay the price. You must face the truth, Sataria. You tread a treacherous path, and the longer you ignore it, the tighter the Academia's grasp on you will become, and the deeper you will be ensnared.
Oh my
Child
God, so
of
funny.
King Deshret, never forget that the desert that belongs to you lies elsewhere.
What's so strange about becoming a believer of the wise King Deshret? In fact, Aren't you the strange one? The one who still can't pick a side?
Why are we doing weaponized gaslighting to this
What
girl?
an absurd question. You make it sound like I should be ashamed for becoming a believer of King Deshret.
Sataria, why haven't you gone home?
We're just like weaponized gaslighting this girl. It's kind of fucked up.
It seems that no matter where I run, I only keep finding more believers of King Deshret. I have to say, this is a familiar feeling. I've also been running from my guilt this whole time. Guilt over my part in the Sage's plans, and from ignoring the letters from the children of my homeland. But no matter how much I may try to ignore or get rid of it, my guilt always comes back.
It's not too late to turn
You
back.
won't necessarily lose your research opportunities by facing the truth. Besides, did you really want to conduct your research while carrying such heavy feelings of guilt?
How do you know me so well? Are you truly just a believer of King Deshret? Or are you the god himself?
That's not important. The important thing is to pass judgment on the academia and its sages, and to correct their mistakes. If you could provide some assistance in this matter, perhaps it could serve as a form of atonement.
I've actually never believed in the gods, but I've always believed in serendipity. Your appearance must be a fated opportunity for me to get out of this wretched situation.
How do you not believe in the gods?
What can I do for you?
How do you not believe in the gods in this world? Like, they're just real. Like, I'm all for, like, skepticism with, like, real stuff like that, but, like, like, the Raiden Shogun actively runs her kingdom. Like, there's no denying she's real. She's standing right there.
How much do you know about the sage's current activities?
I was just one of the designers for the masked dream harvest scheme, which is what happened around the Sub-Zero's festival. But I know very little about the full scope of the overall project. I'd assume that only staff with the highest clearance would have access to those confidential documents. I've just been working to meet the Grand Sage's specified requirements. However, there's something that's been really bothering me. I heard that a scholar who was previously expelled has returned to the city, and even the sages are still quite wary of him.
Is that Al-Haytham?
To fight against the academia, we will need to figure out the nature and the purpose of their work. Is there a way for us to get access to the confidential documents you mentioned?
It should be possible if we're willing to take some risks. After all, I'm an assistant to the Grand Sage, and I've been working on many tasks outside of the project. One thing, though, I won't be able to transfer the documents to you through the Akasha once I get my hands on them. The sages have always closely monitored all activities within the Akasha. Let me see... let's use the most primitive method. Send someone to pick up the documents tomorrow evening at the Academia entrance.
The Academia entrance? Wouldn't that be too conspicuous?
Don't worry about that. I assure you, this won't be a trap. I'm only suggesting this location because it'll draw more scrutiny for me to leave the Academia again. It'll be safest for me to distract the guards long enough to hand you the documents.
All right, I trust you.
So, if I were to successfully complete this task, would it mean I've atoned for my wrongdoings?
That'll depend on the judgment of the Dendro Archon.
The Dendro Archon? That's right. Her people are the ones we have endangered. As the God of Wisdom, she's also the one responsible for judging and guiding the scholars.
Yep.
Maybe it's time for me to find a god to believe in.
Just as Nahida predicted, we've managed to bring Sataria to our side.
This girl's very
The
dramatic.
Traveler's execution was ingenious. He's the one who deserves all the praise.
I just can't believe I didn't fuck that up.
Now that we've made plans to meet again tomorrow evening, all we can do is pray for Sataria's mission to go off without a hitch.
Yep.
Pray? But if we're going to pray to the gods, aren't we just praying to you? God, Wisdom, and Guardian of the Scholars?
Are we just praying to you?
No. The truth is the true Guardian of Scholars. I've always believed that. Anyway, let's meet again tomorrow evening at the Adventurers Guild.
Okay. I think that's a decent place to stop because it started storming really bad here. And unfortunately, my house is out in the sticks a little bit, so I lose power a lot. So, and I don't want to lose power and have my game, like, stop mid-cutscene and freak the game out like it did last time where I have to redo a bunch of cutscenes. So I'm going to stop it there for today. A little bit early, but I also don't want my computer to be plugged in when it's, if my house gets hit by, like, a power surge or something like that. I don't want to get hit by that, so... Thank you guys for coming out, as always. I appreciate it. And I will see you guys next time. We'll continue next time into more Genshin. So, thanks, guys. And then towards the end of September, Samurai Remnant comes out. So everyone get hyped for that, too. Samurai Remnant. We'll be playing that Samurai game a lot. So, bye, guys.